Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. Takes it the other way. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Miami 21, Clemson 0.
Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. If you plan to deal with the Tigers, you better be able to handle their defensive front. They have a whole legacy of this dating back to the fridge, William Perry.
Yeah, big old legacy, and it seems like every year they rotate so many guys that are so highly recruited, so good. Just great players. They're always big and strong and fast and physical, and they get after your quarterback.
And they're trying to dig out of the hole on 2nd and long from the 9. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Ward. Fires to the right. It's complete. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And the Canes moving quickly to the line. Quarterback checking the play. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Fires into traffic, picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson.
And a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
They want to see if they can score the deuce. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. To the air, it's Klubnik. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
That keeps the score. Miami 21, Clemson.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Set to advance on the football.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over. Move it.
Off he goes. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves him in second and manageable.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. He's looking to throw. With the catch, it's Martinez. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Red pass, it's complete. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Miami 21, Clemson 6.
And the Hurricanes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Back to the air one more time. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. He'll try to take it back. The 40. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
This is frustrating. You know, you're an offense, you're in a great position, you're up by 2 scores. All you do is take care of the football. Premium, taking care of the football. We're trying to run some clock. We're trying to get out of here with a W. Turning the football over is the worst thing you could possibly do.
Green 25.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. This Hurricane defense has been an impenetrable wall all day, not moving an inch against these guys.
And it's a complete effort, Reese. It's the front. It's the defensive line owning the work up front. It's the linebackers running. It's the secondary all working together, reminiscent of the 2001 Miami defense. Under 10 points a game, putting together a performance today.
To the air, it's Klubnik. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
And guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
It was a massive missed opportunity failing on that 4th down, so they're trailing. There's a little bit less than 3 minutes to go here. Their defense has got to be able to get the ball back here quickly for them to have any shot.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways.
He's going to let it go. Oh, and he for the big catch. Nothing but green grass down the middle. Touchdown, Miami! And the pummeling has started.
Number 3.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19.
First and 10.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. What a job to lay out and make the catch. And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
Well, it's a good time to mix in the run play. You're down, it's late in the fourth quarter right now, and everyone's expecting you to throw, so not a lot of defenders in the box. So that's a great situation to try to run the ball.
Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Here's a throw downfield late. Got a lot of running room. Touchdown, Tigers! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Nice job by the offense, going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the two-point try. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
The attempt at the two-point conversion is no good.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
28. Clemson. 12.
Oh, he's going to go for the return. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
On second down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of a spot.
It's all about critical downs and distances on defense. You want to be great unit defensively, you've got to be good on third down and in the red zone. For this defense giving up a third down like that, that is just a gut punch.
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
I definitely am trying to be a little bit conservative. I can't be cautious, but I want to be a little bit conservative. Up 2 possessions. The clock is my friend. I got the football. The worst thing I can do is throw an interception, turn the football over, stop the clock, give them the ball back in an opportunity like this.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play, so nice job in coverage.
To throw, it's Klubnik. Fires one high and deep. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. The defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He's not afraid to go deep. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll take another shot here. And that one is picked off in the end zone. And he's down, and this game will end on a turnover. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. The names that built this program are legendary. Lewis, Taylor, Reed, Portis, Kosar, Testaverde. And it is with reverence, respect, and excitement that we welcome you to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. Coaches like to say no game is more important than any other. When you have a couple of top 10 teams ready to square off, yeah, that one carries a little more weight. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Longhorns will kick it away to start us off. And it's caught from inside the 20, and here he comes. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two. As he'll be stopped at the 28. First down here for the offense. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
Back to pass, it's Ward. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You see all this movement in football now, all the sting in the defensive line. They're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this one.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock him up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
He caught it into the end zone. Touchdown, Canes!
Hey, man, if we're going to show up here and play this game, we're not kicking field goals early. We didn't come here to just lay up. They drive the field. They get it down 4th and goal. Field goal would have been easy. Head coach decides to go for it. The offense pays off the decision with a touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. You don't see this very often, an early onside kick when you have the lead.
And how about the philosophy of this team? Aggressive, aggressive, and more aggressive. You got the lead, you're winning, right? And you don't have to kick an onside, but I'm kicking an onside. And they get it. Nice aggressive mindset, and it's rewarded.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense, to be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop you.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Going with the ground game left. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop. And the Canes are in the hurry up. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking downfield, it's Ward. Fires left. Pulls it in.
Well, offensive coordinators put in countless hours every week trying to formate and use different personnel groupings and shifts and motions to give their offense a success on 3rd down. You can tell in this game, this offensive coordinator, he has put in the work this week.
Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Quick release by the QB. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Canes are rolling down the field. From the red zone, looking for a space. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row. 3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
Well, the defense is going to have to find an answer for this tight end down in the end zone. You cannot allow that guy that much space.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Here comes the offense on first down. Wants to throw. It's Manning. Pocket starts to collapse. He'll pull it down. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Miami 14, Texas 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Grab near the marker. It's Bond. They get him on the ground at the 36 after a pickup of 5.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half, so they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
Catch in the middle. It's Baxter. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. He's going to pass, trying to get to it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
They'll try again on 2nd down after the incompletion. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Unloads to the right. Got him downfield.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
They march to the red zone, and here they go. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Using the quick game. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. Great job by the quarterback to beat the blitz by getting rid of the football, and as a bonus, they get the 1st down.
Yeah, that's a good example of a quarterback knowing where his answers are. He sees the blitz coming, he finds his running back running out of the backfield, and they're able to make that defense pay.
And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Quick pass on the jet motion. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Touch pass on the jet sweep. Bounced off his feet. 3rd and goal from way back there. Fast motion from the offense. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Third and goal, where the fire purifies and separates contenders and pretenders. Forced out of the pocket. And the ball is intercepted. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Well, the defense was expecting pass on that one. 3rd and long. They dial up the perfect coverage and a great job in the back end, reading and reacting to the quarterback when the ball was in the air, coming away with a massive interception.
Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
At the 46-yard line. 2nd down coming up.
Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes 2nd down. Motion from the offense. Looking to throw, it's Ward. Looking deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of third and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it, that time they hand it off, and they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
Slings it. And the timing just a hair off.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
Gets it out quickly. That'll be a gain of about 7, leaves him with 3rd and 3. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. He fires to the left side. Fires the pass, intercepted. And he will step out of bounds, but what a play to get the ball back for his offense.
RD, what a play by the safety, and the free safety specifically. When you're playing cover 2 and you're sitting back in half the field responsibility, you got to see the formation and you got to understand the quarterback. You're watching the quarterback's eyes and reading him.
He'll take the deep shot. What a snag by the defense. Going the other way, and he's got room. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Miami! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking for a man, it's Manning. He finds his man. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Miami 21, Texas 0.
The Hurricanes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. Got some room to run. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Canes. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I show you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
And the extra point is good. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game.
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. He's running free down the middle. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Number 21 with the catch and score.
The extra point is good, but they're still down 28-7. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Hauls it in inside his 20, and here he comes. He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Caught in the backfield. It's Arroyo. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing there.
How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? To the air, it's Ward. Swings it out to his running back. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Great job by the running back here on that 3rd down catch. There was no wasted movement. As soon as he got the ball in his hands, he turned around and he got upfield. That's what you got to do. You got to be decisive on these 3rd down type plays to move the sticks.
And the Canes will have it 1st and 10. They're going to run it. And the ball is loose and live in the backfield.
Great job by the defense forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The give to the back. At the 40, there he goes. The expressway is wide open. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. They want to throw it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Finds his target down the middle. Touchdown, Hurricane! And the route is on. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A 69-yard touchdown drive, and they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Golden. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone.
First and 10.
So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on this last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Almost had the completion, just missed it.
And you got to put that one on the receiver. That's just a flat-out drop. That's a good throw by the quarterback. That's a catch that receiver needs to make.
3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. Looking downfield, it's Manning. He lets one fly deep. He's got it down the left side.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Throws toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Texas.
Touchdown, Texas. Number 7.
Lining up for the PAT.
In the end zone. The kicker is on for the extra point.
And the extra point is good. They still trail 35-14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the capper coming on that 48-yard touchdown dart. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19.
First and 10.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They'll run it. On the move at the 30. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Miami 35, Texas 14.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
On the option. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Racing down the left side. Touchdown, Longhorns! Not content to get the fumble, they scored with the fumble.
Number 7. With the
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21.
That makes the score. Miami
They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Quarterback will audible. To the air on first down. catch in the middle. It's Johnson. Still running at the 40. Can anyone catch him? Touchdown, Miami! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. He'll come out throwing on first down. They're bringing heat. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late.
Gonna take a shot. Just about had another one picked off. They have been way too reckless with the football, throwing it away 3 times already.
Trailing this much in the fourth quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
Give to the back, fighting off the defender. They stop him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with fourth down coming. Sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. He's taking the deep shot. Can't hook up on the long throw, and fourth down goes by the boards for this offense.
I think after failing on the fourth down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
At the 6-yard line. Brings up second and goal.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6. Looking to pass, it's Ward. Gets it out fast. Touchdown, Canes! And the punishment has been extended. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of a great field position.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle and he would have hit that thing. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. They're on it, and they get it back for another drive.
They're like the kid at the playground that just does not want to share their ball with anybody else and play in the sandbox. They've got a crazy lead, and still, head coach decides to go out, onside kick, they get it, and they maintain with possession. It's crazy.
Wants to throw on first down. And that pass intercepted. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You'd probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to.
Unleashes one deep. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in, you could tell. They were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
Now on second down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
This time it's complete. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. The timing was just off with the freshman pass well behind him.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Back to throw, it's Manning. He lets it fly. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
They'll immediately call timeout.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Coming after him. Keeps it going. He's looking on the right side. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. That's the way you get things going. A huge play, and now attacking from just inside the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. He caught it. Touchdown, Hurricanes! And the beatdown has ensued.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Here comes the Texas offense. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be
Looking for the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, fourth quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
Fires to the wideout. And that is his fifth interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. Got room on the return. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception.
And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Oh, and the ball's out after that big play. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.